Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Super excited. I'm just super excited because it's Wednesday. Today, I want to talk a little bit about note sales and how you can um, buy a property by buying the note. How this came up is we're working on an auction, a house that's going up for auction. It's in foreclosure. And then when you read the case jacket, which is basically the lawsuit, in order to foreclose on a property, a bank has to file a lawsuit. And it's not only the bank that can file a lawsuit, it could be a private lender, or it could be a lien that could file the foreclosure. But in any event, what we noticed when we were looking at this foreclosure of interest was that it was a personal name that filed instead of a bank. And that goes to show you that it is a private lender. Now, private lenders are much easier to deal with than banks, a lot easier to track down too. So if a private lender is foreclosing on a property, they paid a lawyer, they're filing all kinds of documents. They will go eventually to foreclosure, have to pay fees at the foreclosure. And then after they own the property, they have to evict the previous person, which can be a whole pain in the butt, cost more money, and take another, depending on where it is, a year. I mean, it could take 2, 3 months, or it could take a year. So it's long and it's expensive to foreclose. Now, we were already in touch with this seller that's losing the house, and I don't want to get too complicated, but I said, why don't we just buy this note? This guy, the guy foreclosing, is foreclosing for about $630,000. For sure, this guy is going to take 450,000 in a wire tomorrow. And why would the guy take a discount? Well, one, he's going to get money today. Boom. Two, he's done dealing with the foreclosure. He doesn't have to pay the lawyer anymore. He doesn't have to go to the foreclosure to pay that anymore. He doesn't have to deal with an eviction. He might not see money for a year and a half, and who knows what status the house is in. And look, a lot of lenders don't want to be property owners, but we do want to be property owner of this property. So we reached out to this seller in a day. They're very interested at a 400 number, which is $200,000 less than what it is going to foreclosure for. Just think about that extra profit, and you can buy a note in a day. There's no title insurance. There's nothing. You just wire. You get an assignment of mortgage. Bada bing, done deal. Now you are foreclosing on the property. You have a lot more leverage. Matter of fact, if we buy this note, we'll just do the foreclosure because it wipes out all the other liens. Guy has another 175,000 in liens. They will disappear, as opposed to us buying it from the seller. Like if we buy this from the seller before the foreclosure, we're not going to be able to buy it for $400,000. We're going to have to do a payoff to the lender, and we're going to have all these other liens that don't go away. So buying this note is essentially saving $400,000. So a lot of times, if you are really targeting one property, and it doesn't have to be a private note, it could be the bank. Banks will do this too. They're just harder to get a hold of who is in control of the note at the bank. Like if Wells Fargo is the bank, I mean, you got to find who makes the decisions on Wells Fargo's notes and that foreclosure. Usually you can call the lawyer that's representing the bank, but they're a pain in the butt too, because they're not just representing that deal, they're representing hundreds or thousands. So in any event, this can work. If you are targeting a specific deal, I would really implore you to look at buying the note beforehand, because you can get a discount at that. And if you actually foreclose, you can wipe out other liens that you would otherwise not be able to wipe out. So I know it's a little technical, but hey, I'm the real estate doctor. Want to let you guys know what's going on, in my life, so you can apply it to yours. Have the best day of your life. Thanks, guys.